Numbers 19:1 through 20:29. Ordinance of the law, which the Lord has commanded, saying, speak to the children of Israel that they bring you a red heifer without blemish. If it has never come, you shall give it to Eliab, and it shall be slaughtered before him. And Eleazar sprinkles some of the blood 7 times directly in front of the shall be burned in his side, its hide, its flesh, its cedar wood, and the hyssop and the scarlet. Cast them into the midst of his clothes. He shall bathe in water, and afterwards he shall come into the evening. And the one who burns it shall wash his clothes evening. Then the man who is clean shall gather up all the ashes of the place, and they shall be kept for the congregation of children of Israel, for the water of purification. It is for the purifying from sin. And be unclean until evening. It shall be a statute for he who touches the dead body of in 7 days, he shall purify himself with water. But if he does not purify himself on the 3rd day, he will be touches the body of anyone who has died and does not purify himself, be cut off from Israel and should be unclean because of the water of the pure. And the uncleanliness is still on him. All who come into the tent and who are in the tent shall be unclean. Vessel which has no cover fastened to it is unclean. Is one who is slain by the sword or who has died. A man or grave shall be 7 days, and for an of the heifer of the purification from sin, and running water shall be put on them. A clean person shall take hyssop and dip it into the water, and the persons who were there, or on the one who touched. Clean person shall sprinkle the unclean on the 3rd day, and on the seventh day, purify himself with wash his clothes and bathe water, and at evening clean, and does not purify himself, that person defile the sanctuary of the Lord. The water of pure it shall be a perpetual statute. He who sprinkles the water of purification shall wash his clothes, and purification shall be unclean until evening. Whoever is unclean, and the person who touches it shall be unclean. The whole congregation came into the wilderness of Zin. And Miriam died, there she was buried. Now there was no water. And the people contended with Moses and spoke, saying, if only we had died with our before the Lord. Why have you brought up the into the wilderness? Animals should die here. And why have you made us come up out of Egypt? It's evil. It is not a place of grain or figs or vines, or is there any water to drink. So Moses and Aaron went from the presence of the assembly, and the glory of the Lord appeared to them. And the Lord spoke to the congregation together, speak to the rock. Thus you shall bring the water out of the rock and give. So Moses took the rod from before the Lord as he commanded him. And he said, hear now, you rebels, must we bring for you out of Then Moses lifted up his hand and struck the rock twice. Came abundant, and the congregation of their animals drank. This is the sin that to go into the because he didn't follow the Lord's command. The Lord told him to take this and let's see that for their eyes and yield its water. But Moses do it. Talking about him and Aaron, and he struck. And that's not what God told him to do. Then the Lord spoke to Moses in the name of the children of Israel. Therefore, you shall not bring the. This was the water of Meribah, because the children of Israel, and he was hallowed among them. Now Moses sent messengers from Kadesh for Israel. You know all the hardship that has befallen us. Egypt a long time, and the Egyptians afflicted our father. He sent an angel and brought us up out of Egypt. Now, please let us pass through your country. We will not pass through. We will go along the king's highway. We will not turn aside. Then Edom said to him, you shall not pass through my land. Tell the Lord. So the children of Israel said, we will go by the highway. If you drink any of your water, then I will pay for it. Let me. Then he said, you shall not pass through. So Edom came out against them with many men, refused to give Israel passage through his territory. So Israel turned them, and the whole congregation journeyed from Kadesh and came to Mount Hor, by the border of the land of Edom, saying, Aaron shall get the land which I have given to the children of Israel, because you have heard. Aaron and Eleazar his son, and bring them up to Eleazar his son, and for Aaron will be gathered to his people. The Lord commanded, and they went up to Mount Hor inside of the congregation, and put them in on Eleazar his son, and Aaron died there on the top of the. Eleazar came down from the mountain. Now when the congregation for Aaron 30 days. Insomuch as many had taken in hand to set in order a narrative of which have been fulfilled among us, just as those witnesses and ministers of the word delivered to them, it seemed good to me, having had understanding from the very first, to write you an orderly account, that you may know that the there was in the days of Herod a king of Judah named Zacharias, of the division of Abijah, and her name was Elizabeth. And they were both righteous before ordinances of the Lord blamelessly. Elizabeth was barren, and they were both well advanced in years. Priest before God in the order of his division, according fell to burn the incense, went into the temple, was praying outside at the hour of the standing on the right side of the altar of incense. And when Zechariah upon him, but the angel said to him, do not be afraid, Zechariah. For you a son, and you shall name him John, and you will will rejoice at his birth, for he will be great and neither wine nor strong drink. He shall also be filled with the Holy Spirit. Even many of the children of Israel to the Lord, for his spirit and the power of Elijah, to turn the heart of the just, to make ready a people for to the angel. How shall I know this? For I am old, and my wife said to him, I am Gabriel, who stands in the presence of God. These glad tidings. But behold, you will be mute, because you did not believe my words, which will be fulfilled. And Zacharias and marveled that he lingered so long in the temple. Perceived that he had saw a vision in the temple, where he had beckoned to them and remained. So it was, as soon as the days of the service was complete, these days his wife Elizabeth conceived, and she dealt with me in the days when he looked upon me to people. Psalms 56, 1 through 13. This is David when the Philistines captured, for man would swallow me up, fighting all day, all day. For there are many who fight against me, O most God. I will praise his word. And God, what can flesh do to me? All the days against me for evil. They gather together. They wait for my life. Shall they escape my? You number my wonder. Are they not in your book? When I cry out to you, God is for me. In God, word. In God, I will put my trust. Vows made to you are binding upon God. Uh, for you have delivered my soul from death. Have you walk before the Lord, before God? Proverbs 11:8. The righteous is delivered from trouble,